What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Some people are not going to like what I got to say here, because I know some people look at me as a quote, black woman defender, which is so sick. Since the majority of my subscribers, I suspect, came out of the womb of a black woman. I don't get it, man. I don't understand the visceral hate that so many people in our community have toward black women. I get some of the critiques, absolutely. I get some of the criticisms, but man, to disparage an entire group of women based upon your interactions with 3 or 4 women during your lifetime, man, are you any better than the racists who have 1 or 2 bad experiences with someone of a race and then disparage the entire race? I don't get the hatred that Michelle Obama receives. Yes, Michelle Obama pissed me off with her speech, saying browbeating us into voting for Kamala Harris because I wasn't going to vote for her. And it had nothing to do with the fact that she was a woman or perceived to be a black woman, even though Kamala Harris really does not identify as a black woman until it suits her agenda. But I wasn't going to vote for her. And I wasn't going to be browbeaten into it by Michelle Obama or anybody. But at the same time, the level of hatred this woman gets and the venom that's spewed out there, for years, people call her Michael. For years, people have this unhealthy infatuation with her groin area, trying to prove she has an appendage that women don't have. I mean, it's borderline, suspect. Well, actually, it's beyond borderline, to be honest with you. To have that level of fixation, I think something more wrong with the people who think like this, and they're projecting something onto others. But let me get to the meat of the coconut here. So recently, Michelle Obama said something that has been taken totally out of context on a recent episode of her podcast that she co-hosts with Angie Martinez and I believe Michelle Obama's brother. And I can't find the longer quote to put everything in context, but it seemed like they were talking about children and the importance of educating children and boys and girls. And then Angie Martinez Angie Martinez told her, you should have had a boy. And it's Michelle Obama's reaction that has gotten people so pissed off.
Who's going to pay attention and care about something outside of himself, and if you're thinking about that human, then all these choices become a little more clear. It's about what he needs as a grown man in the world. That would be.
You should have threw a boy in the mix.
I would. I'm so glad I didn't have a boy.
Yeah.
Because he would have been a Barack Obama.
It's like baby Barack. It would have been amazing.
No, I would have felt for him.
She just borrowed our boys.
Yes, I got plenty.
She always borrowed ours.
Now, for some reason, this statement has pissed a lot of black men off. This proves she has a vendetta against black men. And she's not there for Barack. She hates Barack Obama. I'm just like, is that what y'all interpret from that? Is that what y'all interpret from that? Because from what I could tell, if you really listen to what she said, and if you took everything in context, which is still hard to do because it's very difficult to find a whole, more lengthy piece of what their conversation was about. But she seemed like she's saying to me, I'm glad I didn't have a son because of the pressure he would have had being the son of Barack Obama. In addition to, and I know what she's thinking, he would have been the most watched young black man in America. Everybody, white media and black media, would have been waiting for him to fuck up and to make a mountain out of a molehill. That's what the hell she's talking about. He's not going to be able to have his trials and tribulations and anonymity like the majority of people, even a majority of presidential children. They get to live their lives and do the things they did. Patty Davis did a lot of shit. You know, Ronald Reagan's daughter. But the media wasn't following her 24/7. We live in an age of social media now. That boy would not have been able to have a regular life. Anything that he did that fell short of the glory of his father, he'd have been scrutinized for that. People would have been making memes about him. People would have been having uploaded videos if, you know, for instance, he failed at anything in life. He wasn't top in his class or in athletics. If he missed a game-winning shot or he dropped a touchdown, or the son of the president fails, and people have been making fun of him. On top of the pressure of being a young black man in America, that's what she's talking about. See, Hunter Biden has been a fuck up for decades, but do people really give him pressure for that? Or does most people in the media treat it as if he has some quote unquote disease? If Barack Obama's son acted like Hunter Biden or did anything remotely like Hunter Biden, come on, man. It'd have been a million videos on Barack Obama Jr. if he acted like Hunter Biden in real life. It'd have been niggas were making thousands of dollars off YouTube shitting on him. That's what she's talking about. Not only that, she'd have been worried to death about him. We still live in a racist country. I don't know about you, but that's how I interpret it. I didn't take feel any malice toward what she said. And she has the right to feel how she want to feel. Yeah, the daughters catch a little flack, but nah, not like if it was a man, a young black male in this country. He would have been the most watched young black man in this country. And she'd been worried to death about him. She was already worried about her husband's safety, especially the first time that he ran in 2008. She was worried to death about that. Then you have another young man out here who's Barack Obama's son. He's not going to be able to live the normal life that teenagers have to. First of all, as a young black man in this country, already we have a lot of stressors growing up. We got a lot of things to worry about. Then to be the son of the president of the United States or the son of the ex-president, hell, you got a lot of things you got to worry about. Extortions, kidnappings, unalivings, you know what I'm saying? Police brutality, racism. That's just the dangers. There are other dangers out there too. The dangers of addiction. You can't have any screw ups. We all screw up when we're younger. We all make mistakes when we're younger. He's not going to be able to do that. So that's why she said, I'm glad I didn't have a son. That's not saying that if she did have a son, she wouldn't love him. But in hindsight, she's glad she didn't have a son. But somehow, it's like these dudes, I don't get it, man. These dudes internalize everything. Like, bro, like, that's how you, man. I don't want to say too much, man. All I know is a lot of these dudes have some feminine qualities, man. They get butthurt at the smallest little things. But you know, a lot of you all never apologize, by the way, for putting out that fake ass storyline or narrative that her and Barack was on the verge of divorce. A lot of you motherfuckers put that and promulgated and did your best to push that lie. And you knew it was a lie. All because she didn't go to Jimmy Carter's funeral or to the inauguration. And all you had to do was put two and two together. And the reason why she didn't do it is because she hates Donald Trump. But some of y'all, these Trump supporting dudes, I don't know why y'all support him, but you know, y'all push this lie. Anton Daniels, the main one, that they were going to get on the verge of divorce, which is so ironic to me, considering that y'all care so much about their marriage, right? But y'all don't seem to have. But then again, y'all trained to care about black people business, but white people business is off limits because Donald Trump don't even live with his wife. You know what I'm saying? His wife don't even stay at the White House. I think she lives in New York. And you talk about how a man shouldn't be disrespected by his wife in public. How many times during the first term did we see her roll her eyes after looking at him because she couldn't stand his ass? How many times she mean mugged him in public because she had so much contempt for him or he pissed her the hell off? How many times is Melania disrespecting him in public with her body language? If y'all think she ain't getting something from somebody else, she only in her mid-50s. That man 80. Use some common sense. But, you know, that's none of our business. That's none of your business, what's going on with them. Only nigga business is our business. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it.